Hello, welcome back to City Planner Plays, where we are building the city of Verde Beach, and the technical difficulties continue. I'm hearing myself right now. It kind of threw me off, so let me fix that. All right, that's better. Now I can hear the music, but not myself. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I just wanted to have a low-key stream to go through some of basically all of the new Content Creator Pack assets and the new DLC. I think this is going to be one of those streams where rather than me going through all these on my own and kind of just looking around and then thinking a little bit, I wanted to share that experience with you. Maybe you're on the fence about these and you're kind of curious about what's in there. Why don't we just go through and have a laid back night and just check them out together? I figure that could be a lot of fun. So let's check it out. The image shouldn't be frozen. I just haven't moved. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Why don't you drop in the chat where you are at? And again, I'm sorry that this is another stream that is difficult for folks in Europe. I promise, if you're watching this on replay, there's going to be a better one for you. All right, so let's see. Rockford. See someone who bought the Content Creator Pack this evening. Love the new roads. Joy's in here. Hi, Joy. Brazil, Manitoba, the Philippines, Cincinnati, South Mississippi, Ohio, Denver, Colorado, Houston, Banana Man, thank you for being here. New York City, Cape Cod, Missouri, Westminster, Colorado. Westminster, that's where I did a grad school project. Very, very nice little town. Bay Area, Minneapolis, Europe. You are here. Thank you. Minneapolis. I think I saw Manitowoc in there. Denver, Spokane, Duluth. Had a conversation with a coworker about Duluth today. Chicago, Barbados. Holy cow. England, Melbourne, Vancouver, Bloomington. Not too far from me. Sheboygan. I love Sheboygan. Vacation there a few weeks ago. Chicago, Quebec, Mexico, Jersey City, Utah. All right, so many people from all over the world. There are 618 of us in here, and I want to thank you all for taking the time to join me. So, again, I very much appreciate you all being here. So, I want to take some time, and first of all, I want to know which of these you're the most interested in checking out first. So, I'm going to drop a poll to see if you want to check out one of the Content Creator Packs first, or if, I see Brookfield, India, Walmart. Someone's coming at me from Walmart. That's awesome. Another Houston, Vermont, Switzerland, Jamaica. Holy cow. I'm always amazed by how far away some folks are. Iceland, and how we're all coming together. I mean, that to me is the really fun part about YouTube. So I'm going to drop a poll right now, and I'm going to see what we should take a look at first. So what should we look at first? And I'll say DLC, Century, or Resorts. So why don't you guys let me know what you want to see? Connecticut, upstate New York. I see Batch says Content Creator Packs. You vote for anything that blows up Vegas. All right. Well, I made sure disasters are on. So we never know what's going to happen in Verde Beach. Puerto Rico, Venezuela. Well, it's lovely to have you all here. So let's see right now. Overwhelming response is DLC. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do with the DLC. We're going to get to all of them. But the DLC, as soon as this was released, my initial inclination was, holy cow, we can finally fix the Goodall Institute. We've had so many problems here with fires, and now we can add some roads through here, some pedestrian roads, and fix those problems. And then I got to testing the DLC and noticed that you had to paint a pedestrian district, and that conflicts with basically everything here. So I'm very interested in seeing exactly how we're going to make this work. Now, I'm going to just say this. Everything we do tonight is just a test. We're just playing around. So don't be surprised if I do something different for the next video. on Tuesday, because I'm very well. I'm going to do something different because we're gonna mess things up right now. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna experiment. We're gonna get wacky. That's what I do when I'm recording an episode. I say Ashland, Wisconsin. Ashland is an absolutely beautiful city. My summer's up there. I had to stop and say that. It's what I do when I get ready for an episode. I have a list of ideas, and then I just try things out. I play by myself. A lot of times when I'm in Discord, I have City Skylines up too, and I'm trying different things. I haven't been in Discord as much lately. Zach, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Keep up the good work. Appreciate the content. I appreciate you, Zach. I really do. I'm going to end the poll. DLC first. We're going to do the resorts second, and then mid-century modern last. So, that's what I do. And lately, I have had less time. So I've had editor issues for the last while. I did bring someone on, but they've been moving, and now they're back. So I'm really excited to be able to fall back into my normal routine, being on Discord more, having more videos 3 days a week rather than 2 in a stream. So it's gonna be nice. Andrew, don't make perfect the enemy of good. City Planner Plays. Yes, Cape Cod. Awesome. 2 people in here from Cape Cod. Wausau, Wisconsin. Logan. You know that Wausau has a special place in my heart. Wausau is actually the first place I ever had my own apartment. So there's a little lesson as to why Wausau means so much to me. So I released the video about the DLC. So funny thing about that video, I've never spent more time on a video. I actually re-recorded that video 5 times. The first time I wasn't satisfied with it, so I recorded it again, and I thought I found a bug in the DLC, and then realized it was actually my own problem. I just didn't understand what was going on. And then I re-recorded it, and I was super excited about what I did, and I inadvertently muted myself. In the entire recording, there was no sound, so it was like a silent movie. And then I wasn't happy, so I canceled that one, and I did it again. That's when you saw. So I have so many recordings of myself going through this DLC. I feel like I really understand this part. So Watoma, love that too. Portland, it's crowded as heck out here. We could use some planning. Portland has a very progressive planning culture. Portland actually has an urban growth boundary, though. That's why it's so crowded. There are pros and cons to that. I think that we could debate endlessly. I mean, I think planners do. I know planners do debate whether the urban growth boundary is a good thing. Boulder, Colorado has one too. And I mentioned Westminster earlier. I'm not sure if it's Westminster or Broomfield. I want to say it's, well, probably both. There's an urban growth boundary in between Boulder, Colorado and there. And what you end up seeing is there's a patch with very little development and then a whole bunch of development that is suburban and very kind of similar. So I wonder if it actually stimulates development elsewhere, causing people to drive more and creating problems elsewhere. So, and then you see those communities get really expensive too, because in some cases, like Boulder has a height restriction to protect the Flatirons, which is a mountain range. It's a couple of cliffs in the Rocky Mountains. So they have a height restriction to protect views of that. Lots of things. I'm gonna get off that topic though. I could speak endlessly about growth boundaries. So let's try to get some pedestrian roads through the Goodall Institute. So if we were to just come through here and jam some through, first of all, we don't even have them unlocked. One of the questions I saw in the comments to that video was, is it possible to unlock the assets from the new DLC and just, kind of carry it through to your other builds? And that's not possible. Every time you actually have to unlock them. Riley, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. I appreciate that. Free tutorial. So I don't think I've ever really talked about this, but one of the reasons why tutorial ended was because so when I was testing the airport's DLC on it, I used the 81 tiles mod and I created some neighborhoods. It created a bunch of problems. And then I tried to bring it back to vanilla, and then I tried to bring 81 tiles back in and it broke. So if I bring 81 tiles in right now, it's totally broken. But now that there's the new 81 tiles, I might be able to bring it back and resuscitate it. And really, it was really difficult for me to be able to actually do anything in there anymore. So this is going to be really frustrating. I can tell that already. So first of all, when I'm coming through here, I've got my campus district. If any of my campus buildings are not in the district, it doesn't work. So here's what I'm going to try. Here's my hypothesis. So I think that if we were to grab this campus district, we're just going to create this here. We'll close it up. Then let's create a little pedestrian district over here. So the pedestrian districts can jump. And I'm actually going to be making a video about this soon, because I have a lot of curiosity about how the pedestrian district could work in a city that's fully self-sufficient. And I saw a video released about it today. I'm not watching it. I'm going to make my own because I think I have a different take on it than anyone else. So we'll see. Tony says, hey, city planner. Hey, Tony. Joy says the new 81 tiles is working great for me. Good. Yeah. So I'm running the new 81 tiles right now in this. So Verde Beach, because it's so vanilla, I know that it's not totally vanilla anymore, but it's so vanilla, I was able to get it running like immediately. I haven't even tried Clearwater County. I'm afraid. But I know that the modding community has done just an amazing job. And I've been in conversations with them, and it's just amazing to me the amount of dedication that they all have to keeping the game running. It just would not be as fun without them. Planner Duck, hello from the office. Not vacation this time. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for all you do, Planner Duck. I appreciate the support, and I'm sorry that once again this is a bad time. I have a Planner Duck. It's always going to be a bad time if I'm doing it. Basically, I'm going to choose a bad time for him. All right, let me see. Sargon, Destroyer of Worlds. Hey, CPP. Hello, everyone. Hello, Sargon. Yes, and comrade, Planner Duck is so kind. Absolutely amazing. All right, so let's try one thing. I don't know if this is going to work. What I want to do is we're just going to send a pedestrian road through, and we're going to try to just force it. So we've got this now. So we're going to pop on through here. We'll grab, doesn't matter what we grab. We'll fix this later on down the line. So I'm going to pop this up. We'll go up and over the top. I'll have to get even higher. This is going to be ridiculous, but oh no, that's a terrible spot. This is what happens when you don't plan. You just do. So let's just cross the road. Why do we have to get cutesy with it? We can just cross the road. That's fine. So I will just come through here, and we'll send this over this way, and we'll send a line up this way, curve this right in. So one of the things I didn't point out in the video is that I have the auto paint pedestrian area option. And I wonder if that will help us, because maybe that allows us to actually make this kind of a district happen. So let's see what that did. When we look at our districts now, all right, that is not helpful. Look at how big that district is. That's going to break our school. So we're going to need to not do that. So let's come through. It is not the default option, so that's good. And it turns itself off every time. So let's just turn off all of our snap twos, and I'm just going to run this thing through. And we're going to see how bad I break this. Because this would be awesome. This would be the ultimate solution here. Oh boy. So I didn't want to break everything, because like it's just it's painful to do this, but we're going to. We're just gonna power everything through here. It's gonna be super ugly, and it's gonna be fine, because we're experimenting. Can we make this work? Not this. This is way too close. So let's give this a shot. Let's see. Benjamin Peterson, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. And I missed another one. Mario, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Hoyt, you have an AP physics test tomorrow. You're planning on having me in the background. Now my physics text is in the background. Do your physics homework, Jackson. Do not watch the stream. I appreciate you, but don't watch the stream. Don't do it. Let's see. Brian, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for being the narration to my weekend chore days. Thank you for the interesting and informative content. and hopefully some beer of choice. Thank you so much. And thank you for the reminder. I am having a beer, and I'm having a beer from Chicago. I'm having a Goose Island 312. It is one of my favorite beers. Don't tell all the Wisconsin brewers, but this, if I had to die drinking one beer, this could be it. Goose Island is one of my favorites. I think it's absolutely wonderful. It's a very basic beer, and sometimes basic is just what you need. So that's what I go with. If you guys are drinking something, what are you having? I feel like I've had a good night. So I grilled out. I made some Korean barbecue, and now I'm having a beer, and I'm hanging out with all of you. That's perfect. Let's see. Scars in here. Sprite's in here. I see so many familiar faces. Mario. Challenge. A city with only pedestrian roads, transit, and highways. Only on the city borders. I think we can do even better than that. So we had a video where we looked at creating a city that only had a pedestrian road. There was a pedestrian-only city. That was a while ago at this point in the sustainable city. I think we need to bring that back and do one better. So what we're going to do is likely return to that city, return to that exact save, and try out the new roads. But there's a twist. I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to save it so that you guys still want to watch the video. So we're going to go that way. Let's see. I see that Shims is having a La Fin du Monde. La Fin du Monde? I don't know what that is. I'm curious. Moosehead beer from the 40-foot Garbage Man. Frozen hot chocolate is what DL's having. Firestone Walker 805. Stowe. Untitled Art Sour. I have Untitled Art in my fridge right now. Bigga LX24. Yeah, my wife loves those. So we got the variety pack. Very, very, very good. Very, very, very good. Let's see. Jameson and ginger ale with limes is what Dion is having. Shipyard Pumpkinhead. Ooh, yum. Yeah, that sounds good. Joe, good day. Jack Daniels Tennessee Apple on the Rock is what Lurk is having. Lurk Nest Monster. Sounds good. Line and Google Juicy Peach. Ooh, young. That sounds good. Spotted Cow. That's how I know Peter is in Wisconsin with me. And it's a very close second. I love Spotted Cow too. And let's see. Fox does not drink. I don't drink, so tea. I think that's completely fine too. I'm in Wisconsin where everyone drinks, so I'm a bad person. But we all are. So we'll share in that together. We claim it's our common German ancestry, but I don't know that it is. I think that we just like to drink. All right, so here we go. And you know what? This is working. So I don't even know that I needed that district. It's because we're not in a pedestrian district, but I could carefully go through here. I'm going to need to basically rebuild the Goodall Institute, I think. And there are some problems like this road here. I don't know. I think I just need to get rid of it and redo it. But it totally seems doable. And yeah, this is frustrating. Like there are things like this that I just are going to be tricky, but totally doable. So, you know what? I said I was a little dubious about this because of this scenario. It's going to be frustrating. It's going to be disappointing to redo this. But the end result, I think it's going to look pretty amazing. Now, if we wanted to get really crazy with it, we could do something like this. And I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but we could have a bus route that cuts right through the city. And that kind of access is amazing. Now, my only concern is if I put this through here, we're going to see a whole, and I mean anything. So I could have just a regular pedestrian road through here. We're going to see cops just kind of like randomly driving through here in the coroner van. Let's check it out. I'm curious. If we look at this, let's look at our routing. We got a junction there now. That's a good thing. For our routes, we click on this. Okay. All right. Only pedestrians. Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to let this sit for a minute and speed this up. And let's see. La Fin du Monde, the end of the world. Okay. Yulia asks, is Wisconsin worth visiting as an out-of-state U.S. tourist? I would say some places. You know, they say that Door County is basically the Cape Cod of the Midwest, and it's a peninsula. It's absolutely gorgeous. The Wisconsin Dells are a unique place. It's the kind of place where it has a lot of the same stuff as Hollywood. You know, so if you like that kind of a tourism destination, then you'll like the Wisconsin Dells. And if you like water parks and just hanging out and drinking beer, there's lots of different restaurants and really nice condos and things like that. I would say, you know, like where I live, would you enjoy it? Maybe. I think it's a nice place. I don't know that it's the very greatest tourist destination in the world. But I think most places have value in visiting. But I would say that if you're looking to visit here, check out, I would either go Apostle Island, way in the northern part of the state, or go to Door County, or go to the Wisconsin Dells. Otherwise, you know, we've got some amazing state parks, and we've got a lot of breweries, and even some wineries, like Wallersheim, not too far from where I am. Definitely worth a visit. Madison's amazing. Yeah, I agree, Zach. I think Madison's an awesome place to visit. Respect the terrain more. Kyle asks if I'm still a city planner. And if so, what are my hours? So I am still a city planner. My hours are, you know, I have a job. I've had planning jobs where I have to work a front counter. I'm not at that point in my career anymore. So I don't have specific set hours, but generally 8 to 4:30, 8:30 to 8:30 to 5. It depends on if I have a meeting or not. That's the thing. Planners have a lot of meetings. I meet with developers sometimes. I meet with, you know, boards and commissions and talk about the things I'm working on. So, all right, we've let this thing go for a while, and I just wanted to see if we were going to start to see some crazy stuff going through here. All right, that blue, that's cyclists, and then we have city service vehicles. Okay. I think that's probably okay. I don't see a lot of them on here. So I would say this test is successful, and we are definitely doing it. Reagan, thank you so much for the super chat. Your next coffee is on me. Should I move to Charlotte or Pittsburgh? Moving from Austin. Oh boy, that's a tough question. So recently there was a conference on transit that was in Pittsburgh. And everyone I know that went absolutely adored it. My wife has a cousin actually two cousins that moved to Pittsburgh, and they have absolutely loved it. And I've known people who've lived in Charlotte and loved it too. I think they're both vibrant cities. I think Charlotte's maybe a little bit more vibrant with the Research Triangle stuff going on there. But, you know, it's really the vibe you're looking for. I'd say the weather, the type of, it's just the affordability, the kinds of employment you're going for. It's hard to say. I think that all places have their own merit. You know, I lived in Denver. I loved it. I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in Madison. I loved it. All those places are super different. So that was probably not very helpful, but I think you're choosing some great places. So good luck. And yeah, I hope that someday you pop back on and let me know where you ended up. Ian, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. And Joshua, thank you so much for the super chat. Recently got onto the local city plan commission. That is awesome. Your channel has done a lot to improve my insights in game and out. That is amazing. I would encourage you all to consider it. And you know what? I'm seeing people in the chat talk about where to move. Let's help out. Let's ask. I don't know if this is a fair thing. I don't know where everyone is. So let's see. Where should they move? So we're gonna find out where they should move. Pittsburgh or Charlotte. All right, we got this poll going for you. So let's let chat decide where you should move. All right. So anyway, Joshua, thank you so much for joining your local plan commission. I would encourage everyone to get involved in local government if it's something that you have any bit of passion for. Ooh, look at this. Garbage has piled up. shoot. That is not good. So what is this building doing? MK, I think the university building is not having trash picked up because you needed that building for the new DLC. I think you're right about that. So that could mean that this is going to fail. Oh. Or it just means that we need to reconsider how we're doing this. So maybe it means that I should have left the entry points. So I could have just left this like this and allowed this to go through. And then back here, just left this. And this could have been just fine. And we could have made this look nice and had some palm trees. Although I saw some comments saying I overused the palm trees. But we could do something like this, and we'll see if this fixes the garbage problem. I would hope that it does. Muscle Man, thank you so much for the super chat. Good evening. Charlotte, North Carolina is booming and not far away from Asheville, big city amenities with small town vibes. That's where I plan to move myself. You know, I didn't want to skew it at all, but I've got a cousin who lives in Asheville, and so he moved from Wisconsin. He actually commented on a video not too long ago, and I responded to him. So if you dig back, you might find it. He moved to Asheville and absolutely has had glowing things to say about it. So I hear North Carolina is very nice in general, pleasant weather, and you can't beat that. Although we do have cheese curds, so that's how we beat it. But it looks like Pittsburgh is slightly edging out. We got 357 votes out of 1,137 people here. Jakers, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate the support. Or is that a sticker? I can't tell. Super chat. All right, I think we're gonna end it here. Pittsburgh, we got to move to Pittsburgh now. That's what people are saying. Theo, I think you want me to spell something that is not appropriate. I don't know. I don't know what you're asking me, so I'm not doing it. Who's moving to Pittsburgh? Let me go back. This is Reagan is asking. So Reagan, Pittsburgh? All right. So that said, this is not getting picked up, which is concerning. It makes me wonder, is this a problem with my waste collection? There we go. So we're going to try to do something like this, I think, where maybe we get creative with this and add this in. Now, I'm curious. So as soon as I saw the wall-to-wall buildings, I wasn't sure how people would feel about them. So I'm going to ask you guys, wall-to-wall, yay or nay? Nice or not for me. So I'm going to convert some of these to wall-to-wall. I don't remember what land. Oh, shoot. I just inadvertently applied this to this entire district. The Gombe district is going to turn into a wall-to-wall. I guess this is only for office, so that's okay. I meant to apply it to this little pedestrian district, and I think that is offices. So there we go. Jakers, add a pro sports team at some point. But tonight, so for anyone who just joined, tonight we're just experimenting. So we are going to just try out some of these things. This is what I normally do by myself, but I thought if I'm already doing this myself, why not do this with you and experiment a little bit? Let's see. Oh, nice. So it's way less polarizing than I thought it was going to be. Aiden, the bike highway has been disconnected. That's true. Even though we're testing out, we shouldn't torture the Sims. So let's get that fixed. Because so when I'm testing, I don't mess around. I build it exactly how I would. And that's how I get my ideas. For me, I could just, start playing, and that's how I started out. Like when I was building Bluffside Crossing, I would just sit down at the computer and I would just build, and whatever happened. But I think when I give it more thought and I plan out what I'm going to do, the result is better, and I think the videos are more entertaining. So, or more informative, or, you know, whatever that may be. I don't know how you guys feel about that. If you'd like to just see me, you know, do it live and see what happens, or if you prefer that I practice things and plan things out. It's been a long time since I've been not doing that. Alden, be right back, but lurking. Jeremy, Atlanta has all the winning sports teams. Do they? How are the Falcons doing? Bucky, thank you so much for the super chat. It's impossible to overuse palm trees in Verde Beach. I agree. We need all the palm trees in Verde Beach. I should replace all the trees with palm trees. If I had Bob in here, you'd see some of these trees come out in favor of palm trees. Bob is one of the, like, if there's any mod I'd love to bring in here, that would be it. So, oh, Glad says there's only 250 likes. Yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, if you like the streams, let me know with a like, and I'd appreciate that a lot. It certainly helps increase the reach. I'm not going to ask again, but if that's something you're interested in, do it. If you don't, that's fine too. Yeah, Bluffside Crossing had a chaotic charm to it. Thank you, Darren Kill. Yeah, there was definitely it. Hello Govna says, I prefer plan, to be honest. Yeah, I figured that's most likely the case. I feel as part of like the creator journey is, you know, part of it is learning what I enjoy doing more and what seems to resonate with everyone more. And it seems like when I plan things out a little bit more, people like it more. Oh, look at this. Oh, that is interesting. I cannot place buildings on this. Oh, that is tricky. So, okay. All right, I'll bite. I think I have a solution to this. We're gonna play. So what I want to do is we'll turn grid on only, and let's just draw a line here. I could place it on this road. This is stupid. Oh, it doesn't like that either. I thought I could trick it. All right, well, no, we're gonna trick it. What can we do? If we use one of the college pedestrian paths. Let's see. Zach, name the highway the Fallen Heroes Memorial Highway. I could probably do that. Not tonight, though, because I'm not saving anything. So I will, hold on. Let me grab my notebook. Fallen Heroes. So that would work near Veterans Memorial. That makes sense. Pre-Benlum, thank you so much for the super chat. I wish the colorful mural stuff would be optional, its own style. There should have been more plain walls to the buildings. So that was what I thought was going to be polarizing about this, because they're very loud. You know? And I feel like some people are going to love that and some are not going to love it. So that is a thing. All right. Tim, thank you so much for the super chat. Just bought a gaming laptop so I could use mods after being on Xbox since it came out. Started watching in 2020 and never missed a video since. Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate that. Jeremy says the Bulldogs don't suck. You know, the thing about the Bulldogs is they have the Packers logo. And to me, that's unforgivable. I remember the first time I visited Atlanta, just seeing that everywhere just was really weird for me. I don't understand what its problem is. It just, look at that. Oh, wait. I think I figured it out. So what if I just back this out here? Is it mad about this conflicts? Cannot be placed on this road. It's like it knows that the road is behind it. So I'd have to go ahead and delete this and then come through, place this. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I'm really looking forward to modders. If you are out there, this is a really random limitation. So I can put this here now. I can get rid of this. Oh, and there's a gap. So I don't know the best way of handling this. I guess it might be coming through. Wow, this is unfortunate because I was really hoping that this is something I could do. So I think it might be doing something like this, coming through, placing that. Oh, yeah, there's not a good solution. It's possible. I'll put it that way. It's possible, but it's not very intuitive or friendly. And even after I place this, so I got that there now, and I can come through here and dink around with this. And now it's on the road. I don't know that it's going to be able to receive any services. Now, I don't know if this generates garbage. It's working. There's clearly 90 students in there, and it makes sense. There's access. They should be able to reach this building, but for whatever reason, it's just not, it's not loving it. And even when I click on it now, I guess I could click on any of these. It's not going to show me. Oh, no. I click on the other buildings, and it shows me where people are coming from. I guess the other college buildings, I should say. Some of them? Not all of them. All right, maybe it's, oh, no, they are walking. So it is connected. That's just really, really kind of a challenge. All right, I'm going to end the poll. I see that most people like it. Most people are into it. Let's see. Grant Perry, thank you so much for the super chat. Great seeing your channel grow over the years. About 10,000 to almost 400,000. Cheers to 400,000 more. Thank you so much, Grant. It's been surreal. I don't know how this has happened. I never thought that the channel would grow. It's still, I look and I see there's a, at this point, it depends on the day. It's between 300 and 500 people subscribing a day. And I just, it still blows my mind. I don't know how there are that many people every day that are enjoying the content enough to subscribe. It still blows my mind when I look out there and I see that there are 1,148 of you out there right now. It just kind of, it's wild. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you for being here that long. And it's just awesome. I do not take it for granted one day. Reagan. Oh, well, what does Reagan say? You should add a club district, kind of like 6th Street in Austin. That would bring so much character and livability to the city. Yes, we're going to do something like that, I think. So what I want to do, so I see a whole bunch of people making gigantic districts. I did that in Tutoria. That's not the way I'm probably going to use the district. Planner Duck, what a guy. So Planner Duck just gifted 5 memberships. If you do not have memberships, membership gifting enabled, and I think you could do it somewhere in the chat, make sure you enable it. Otherwise, you will not be able to receive one of these. What you will get is I drop videos early in Vimeo, and you get the ability to add these amazing emojis. If you just got a membership, make sure you drop me a real MVP. Show me some Kevin Durant. And we should give one. Anyone who has channel membership, let's give one of these. Let's give a Planner Duck one of these. Or that one. I can't send it. I don't know what's going on. It's just, it's not. I'm struggling over here. Oh, you know what I'm doing? So I got 2 computers. I've got my PC and my Mac, and I'm hitting return just rapidly on my PC going, why isn't this working? It's because I'm actually messaging you and talking to you from the Mac and recording on the PC while I'm streaming from the Mac. So there we go. That's the confusion. And I see a lot of Kevin Durant. I see a lot of great emojis. I got to add some more. So that's something that in the Discord one of these days, now that my time is finally starting to free up again, I'm going to hop on there and ask channel members, because that's the other thing you get is you get access to City Hall, where you can chat with other channel members. And I drop in there when I'm in the Discord. That's the very first place I check. I will ask you guys what additional emojis you want for the YouTube videos, because that is something that I think is a lot of fun. All right. So this does work. It's just not great. So I'm telling you all right now, if for whatever reason a mod comes out enabling better use of this, better use of pedestrian roads within campus areas, it's where I deviate from vanilla a little bit, because I kind of feel like this limitation stinks. Just bluntly. And it's not even really a limitation, because I can get around it if I'm finicky enough with it. This is one of those things that's kind of just frustrating. So I'm willing to go a little rogue to not deal with this, because you can see it's working. It's just now if I turn this building around, it's going to tell me, no, actually, that's a bad example, because I think that one would work if of course, this is too wide now. So I'd basically have to redo everything. But yeah, it's possible. It's still functioning. It's super ugly now. Let's see. Towns Chase, thank you so much for the super chat. My husband Jeff loves your videos and is watching the stream. He turned 33 yesterday. Happy birthday, Jeff. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a great birthday. And 33 is a great age. I hope you're enjoying 33 as much as I did. The car lever says, beware the Rogue City Planner. Yeah, I'm just going my own way. Jackson, thank you so much. You're the only person who doesn't stress me out when talking about college and uni, though you usually talk about virtual schools. If you want me to talk about real schools, I can. I can tell you, I was not a good college student my first go around. It took me a long time to finish college. So it took me a while to find planning. I didn't know what planning was until I was 21, working at 2K, living in Los Angeles. Before that, I was going to school. I went to school for graphic design, and then I went to school for social working, and then I dropped out. And I realized that I was really going to school to hang out with my buddies and play video games. I played a lot of Guitar Hero. I played even more Fight Nights. That was my thing. That's what I was doing. We had a keg at the house. That was really useful. Rosvin, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. I appreciate it. Yes, everyone, wish Jeff a happy birthday. Why doesn't everyone drop a birthday emoji into the chat? Let me see what I can find. I'm bad at this. Let me see birthday. I'll just type it in here. Yeah, birthday cake. That works. And I'll hit the right enter this time. Heaton, thank you so much for the support. I love your videos. Your energy is wonderful. I wish I'd gone into city planning. It's never too late. I did not get my first professional planning job until I was 24. So it's totally there. Jordan, I just heard one of my favorite songs. I love the music you add to the videos. Been watching since Bluffside Crossing. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Jordan. I appreciate that. And the video music is one of my favorite parts. It's one of the reasons I get a lot of questions. Like, what's the deal with the new songs that I've been adding that say City Planner plays? I've been commissioning songs. And so that is something I'm going to continue to do. As the channel grows, I think it's one of the ways that I can make it different. Oh, this burned down. Different than some of the other channels out there. And make it something special. Brendan, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. So we've got lots of planners in the audience today. Lots of associate planners. Thank you. Let's go ahead and try one more thing with this DLC before we experiment a little bit more. So first of all, let's just go wild, and we're just gonna apply this new zoning to the Thornton Square and see what it looks like. And while that's changing, we'll take a look. We got a little bit of everything there. While that's changing, I want to know what is possible here. So I'll tell you a couple of problems that we have. So we've had problems at the university. That one's going to be a real project. But here, so we've got this ferry, and the moment I take a pedestrian road and convert this over, I know that we are going to have this break. I can convert that. But now it's upset. Now it says cannot be reached. Requires vehicles that are not. What is this? What vehicle does this require? I don't get it. So either way, regardless, it's not going to allow me to do this. I could add one of the new. Oh, that's an idea. I could add that through there and at least landscape it. So I think that what we're going to have to do is leave a path out. So I know that this road too, like this is going to need an access to a road. I think we leave this path back here a driving path. And then we come through with our pedestrian roads. We grab a large one. And so it's funny that this came out because this was my original vision for this area, was a pedestrian promenade type area. So I think, look how happy they all are. This is what we do. We come through here, we convert this all, we add a pedestrian zone. And I'm missing so many super chats. Holy cow. Thank you guys. So many birthday cakes too, Jeff. Jeff, we are all happy to celebrate with you. Let's see it. 33 Miles Anthony. Hey, CPP, if Verde Beach ever gets BRT, where would it be? and go. That has been something I've been asking myself. We can talk about that. Well, let me finish this, and then we can explore that question a little bit. Ian, CPP, love your channel. I've been watching since Bothside Crossing. Your content was a huge help to me when I struggled with anxiety during the pandemic and with work. Thank you, and happy birthday, Jeff. Ian, thank you so much for saying that. Honestly, the channel helped me with my anxiety. I started the channel as a distraction from my anxiety with everything going on during the pandemic. I struggled a lot. I had a kindergartner, and it was, as a parent, just thinking about how unusual her experience was going to be. Her first day at school was virtual. And how she was missing out on some of the things. Oh, what am I doing? She was missing out on some of the things that I think make school special. We have this our first picture was in front of a school. They basically had a place where students could go and isolate while going on a laptop. And it was heartbreaking. And I just really struggled. So I started the channel as a way to, think of something else, learn a new skill, meet some new people. I never thought it would become this. So it's been a real pleasure for me. And I really, really appreciate that. It's the mic quality, Jackson. I still have that mic. I should give that away. It's the Tonar mic. It's funny. When I started the channel, I just started it on my own, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to invest any money into this. No one's going to watch it. And, I don't want to explain it to my wife. So I basically just kind of, I did what I didn't invest anything into it. I just said, I'm going to get the cheapest mic that says it's okay. And it did the trick. It was fine. It wasn't very good, but it did the trick for a while. All right, this is terrible. I don't like this at all. So what I don't like about this is it's all curvy and crazy here, and I feel like we could do better. I don't know if that means that we need to, maybe we cut it off and we turn it here. We've got this parking lot here, and we could fix this. Johnny, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. Phantom Deluxe, his evil laugh is the only evil thing about this. So, I think right now we're doing some pretty evil things to Verde Beach, but it's okay. We're going to suffer through it. It's the growing pains of a new DLC. Frozen Pear, or Frozen P, thank you so much for the super chat. You inspire me to be more creative, not only in city skylines, but in life. I appreciate that. That's one of the fun things about the channel is just, being able to touch other people and inspire them to do other things. Cause that's I just never imagined in my life that I'd have that opportunity. So thank you so much for saying that. Okay. Oh boy, that is just, so you guys see what I'm talking about, right? This road just, it turns all wonky, and I don't know how to make that better. Short of just getting over it, which isn't great. So what if nothing. So I think if this, you know what? There is something. Why am I connecting this up here? I don't have to do this. What I need to do is actually pedestrianize this all the way down. So if I were to take this and pedestrianize it to here, now I have this nice connection. Oh yeah, that is very nice. And then I have this connection right here. We'll turn the parking lot around. So rather than having the parking lot through there, we'll just back it up to here, which will stink for the park. We'll just leave. We'll get rid of the fence, call it, and back this stuff up. Oh, this is a lot better. So this is a place where I think we're gonna get some real value out of the DLC. So then we'll come through here and just convert this all to pedestrian streets. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, they don't like that. Oh, so let's see if we can get our district going correctly. So we've got a lot of crazy times going on here. Oh, I never put in a service point, so we'll add one of those. Where's a good spot? There's not really a good spot. Maybe I will. So let's see if we can do our jumping thing. So what I'm going to do is add a service point. We're going to get a little weird with it. And let's find some land that's not quite as valuable. We're going to pull this through. And I'll get cheeky with it. We'll go right here. Right there. We're going to steal that. And let's pop one of these in here. We'll grab a service point. I'm still learning where this stuff is too. So pop that right there. And then we're going to fix all of our districts up. So I can cut this. Oh, that did not work. Didn't make the district big enough. So I'll make it a little bit bigger. And then now we can cut it off. There we go. There we go. So I think this could work. And I'll just cut that off there. Pull our pedestrianism right down. There we go. So if we do that, we got a bus route that I need to fix. Got some weird stuff going on here. I think this is going to do the trick. Yeah. That is going to work. We're going to need to change the bus route. Right now, I think we have transit routes through here, so we could fix this. We could make it a transit route. I don't think it's totally necessary. Let's just do it real quick. I'd use cobblestone. Well, I guess we'll do what well, it's fine. We'll deal with it. We'll need to change the route a little bit. And then I'm going to get back to the chat. I see we've got some things going on. And we'll just put this behind it. And that should fix it. Here we go. There's this loop. It's just kind of looping around. Something's not working. Oh, it's this stop right here. So I got to move this stop. Oh. So this is always, it's this one. Get rid of that stop and that fixes it. Okay. Yeah, so this is totally doable. Obviously, there's a lot of dinking around to get this to work. And now apparently one of our tours is broken too. So it's, we're mad here too. What are you mad about? Come on. No, we're good. Gonna do that? All right. Okay. Oh, now this is mad. All right. Huh. So for whatever reason, this is upset now. Cannot be reached. Really? So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of playing around. Let's see what I missed. And I apologize. I got into it and I was just trying things out. See, Johnny Jones, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. July, you've been a planner for 6 months, July. Thank you so much. Definitely name stuff after planners Pete and Doc. I agree. I'm going to write that down. In the next Verde Beach, we will name a couple of things. Planner Pete and Duck. All right. And let's see what else we have in here. Hugon Quiggs, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. 4 star, thank you for becoming an associate planner. And Lee Hawkins, thank you so much for being here. Yes, I got to watch those shapes. I've got some weird shapes happening. Any Halloween plans for Clearwater County, an abandoned state hospital? Ooh, that's an interesting idea. That is an interesting idea. In Madison, we have one that's not even abandoned. just a big state hospital. It's actually the one... There was a Kennedy that was there for the longest time. So, very, very interesting. All right, let's see. We have to get this working. This is unacceptable. I'm not happy. I don't understand. I don't understand what it's so mad at. The only thing I could think of is that it doesn't like this segment of road. And I know that sounds crazy, but I think that's what it is. So let's try this out. Oh, that is no. Growing pains. It's going to get better. No, it's not cut off from the mainland because of the pedestrian roads. Because I left a path back here. Like, this stinks. Don't get me wrong. Like, you're really coming along a long ways to get here. But technically there is a route, and I wanted to leave that route because of the harbor and the ferry line. I think that we have to have it for that. For whatever reason, Chirpyland thinks that it is on this road. So if we convert this immediately, Chirpyland is like, oh shoot, no, I'm not connected anymore. So the way around that, I just love that we spent so much time getting the entry point right here lined up so well with that road. I could just go ahead and move this. If I move this right here, all of our solutions, or all of our problems are solved, but yeah, it's just really, really tough. 4th star, did I just hear CPP say my username with his soothing voice? I would never. 4 star, anytime. Jeremy says busted buses. Yes. Got a lot of busted stuff right now. So, yeah, there's just, it's all the pedestrians. They're waiting. It's very nice of them. Banana says, can the entrance just deal with it? I don't know. That's a good question. So are people still using this? So let's crank this thing. We'll go 200% and do this. Vanglorious Gaming, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for your great series. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from you, not just for City Skylines, but also from my own videos and streams. You know, I listened to one of your videos yesterday, or was it the day before? You sound a ton older than you are. Because I went back to your main page and you said you were 15, I think. You are mature beyond your years, sir. So keep up the good work. Yes, the height of realism right here. Well, obviously this DLC, I love it, but we're gonna have some growing pains. I'm thinking that some of this just might need to get modded out, because I don't know if I'm just pushing the DLC to do things that it doesn't want to do. Because I can see we're not seeing a single person come here. Cannot be reached. Yeah. So we're probably just killing that. Oh. We're going really fast because I have 200% on. Yeah, everyone's going in the back door. So I guess another option would be just to say, you know what? The back door is moving to the front and we aren't going to have a front door anymore. We're just going to have a back door. That stinks. No, I think if we're going to do this, we're going to probably come through here. Oh, this just stinks. I don't like this at all. We're going to have to do something like this. So yeah, that solves it. Yeah, I'm unsure. This is the kind of thing, like when I say that I test things out, I agonize over this sort of thing. I know it's silly. It's a game, but this in my job, I don't get to make decisions like this. That's the thing about planning. You get like, I get to work on comprehensive plans. I get to work on long range stuff. I get to work on project specific type plans. But when it comes down to it, it's a decision maker that's making the decision. If you want to have planning power, you become a decision maker. You join your city council. That is where the power lies. The planner is advisory. Granted, a lot of times, they are looking to us for advice, but often, you'll have someone, there'll be a counselor that gets really interested in a particular topic and can really change the whole dynamic of what's happening in the city. Anyway, I'm just way out there. So let's see. Can you redraw the road? Might be confusing the node. I guess that I could have done that. That might have been an option too. I really think that it just believes that it's on that road. But I'm curious. Let's try that. We'll move this. Can I even move it back here? I want to say I had to use some trickery to even get it here. Yeah, I can't even move it back. Let me delete this. So when I placed it here, it was a real triumph. So now that I've had that triumph, yeah, so I won't be able to do that now. But maybe if I get rid of that, what did I do to do this? Did you see that? Now it's just like, nope, it's right here, nowhere. I'm going to play with this. We're going to make this work. I'm not okay with this. Lee says, I foresee some serious anarchy mods for pedestrian areas, park life, and campus to make everything interoperate. I completely agree. It is an absolute shame that these are not playing nicely together. Because it's just, to me, they are all meant to play nicely together. Like, I see that Scar's leaving. Have a good night, Scar. Thank you for being here. Put an interesting ride facing the street. Yeah, I could do that, but I really want to keep the entrance where it was. So I'm gonna play with that. It is my goal now to get this to work right. We're not gonna move it. You draw the road and place the entrance. I could, yeah. We're gonna leave that though. I don't want to. We're not saving this anyway, so I'm not gonna get overly concerned about it. So I did change the district here, and it looks like Thornton Square decided to override what I was up to. So I don't really understand why it didn't change. That is interesting. So let's give it a go again. If I clear and then place this. Is it just mad about something? Turn off the specialization, then add it back. Turn off and then add it back. And if it won't listen, I'm just going to delete things. I don't think I said everything to historical here. That wouldn't have made any sense. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That is bizarre. Just bizarre. Here, we're just going to force it because we need to take a look at these buildings. So I had the same thing happen in the other district, and I thought it was kind of weird. That is interesting. So maybe this is a mod-related issue. Maybe this is... I know we had the update tonight. I don't know. I haven't played it. This is my first time playing since it updated. Updated for me at 5 o'clock, just a couple hours before the stream. Yes, Mendota, Dylan. Yes, it is a beautiful building. Let's see. Ed Gein, who inspired Leatherface, was a patient from there. Yes. Wisconsin has a dubious history of people like Ed Gein and a variety of other characters like that we shouldn't have there. We shouldn't have in our state, but we've had them, many of them. Let's see. Shaner's is slightly miffed this doesn't support other modes of transport other than bus. I agree. So what I think we're gonna be able to do, we'll check this out, and then I'm gonna show you what I think I'm gonna try. Although I feel like most of the things I've tried have failed, so maybe it won't work. But I think what we're gonna try is to see if we can take a tram without a street and put that in between two pedestrian roads. So separate it. So have four units and then a pedestrian road, or then a tram and then 4 units. So you'll be able to walk to it kind of like an alleyway. So we'll see if that does the trick. I think that might work. I think, and I almost said this in the tutorial video, that this is the number one thing. I think it's a matter of time. Maybe this, I would not be surprised if in the next week we see an asset in the store that is a pedestrian tram road. Dan, you just got back from the ER. I hate that you missed. I hate that you were in the ER. I hope that you're okay. I hope that because I'm seeing you in the chat, you're all right. Dan, I need a thumbs up if you're all right. I don't see anything, but I'm hoping that you're doing better. So here are the wall-to-wall buildings. Ashlyn says the DLC made my buildings not light up at night. That is interesting. We're okay there. I broke those paths. I love Verde Beach at night. I've thought about doing more videos at night, but okay, Dan, you're good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Well, I'm going to have this on replay. And I mentioned last time that I wanted to edit the video down. My editor was still moving. Now they're back on board. Everything's good. And I'm going to send this video the moment it's done. I'm recording it without the music. We're going to turn it into a normal video. We'll see how it works. Obviously, there's a lot of... Oh, jeez. I did not see that even start. We got the fireworks, though. You know what? It's really pretty at night. Why don't we just admire it for a minute while I have a sip of my drink? So I saw someone say that they were drinking a Mackinac Island beer tonight. And I think that... So my new series, which is going to start on Saturday. And it's going to be the Thursday series. It's going to be a short one, maybe 20, 25 episodes. And batch yay fire. Yeah. This is quite the fire. Holy cow. Oh man. That is really eerie. Seeing that. Well, let me regain my composure. Yeah, this is an impressive fire. They just I can't escape them. Actually, we can escape them. You know what we're gonna help out. So we've got these new high capacity fire departments. Now let's see. This is how Burr makes up for. Oh, already occupied by fire. There we go. Everyone loves that. Get down there, help out. Can we get 40 fire trucks? Oh, look at that. Because of what I've done. Holy cow. All of these fire trucks just streaming out. Where do they spawn from in here? I didn't look. I don't even see. I don't know. Well, let's see how many are dispatched. 0. What are you guys doing? Oh my goodness. Well, we'll at least randomize this. I would have thought that something would have dispatched. Apparently, we're just okay with everything burning down. Yes, Disco Inferno. Yeah. So anyway, new series, Saturday. It's going to be Thursday. It's not replacing Verde Beach or Clearwater County. And it's based on Mackinac Island. I actually designed my own map. It's the first time I've done that. I'm really excited to share it with you. I was going to release it on Tuesday, and then I realized how stupid that was of an idea because I have a whole mod list put together. It's lightly modded, only like 70 of my favorite mods. And Bubbleberry, thank you so much for the support. Mackinac. I've said it wrong in the video, and I apologize. We're saying that is the far eastern edge of Clearwater County. So this is the edge. So we have a little bit of Michigan, and I thought that it was the perfect place to try to build with this new DLC, a pedestrian-free paradise, a vacation sort of place, and that kind of goes with the new Seaside Seaside Resorts content creator pack too. That's one of the main. I saw those. And I remember seeing pictures. There was this thing that said that the very top tourism destination in America this last year was Mackinac Island. And when I saw that, it looked exactly like the Seaside Resorts content creator pack. So I thought, you know what? We've got to do that. So we're doing it. Stately, you can't wait to see the map. It's a good one. I think I did all right. I've really tried to learn a lot. Chirperland. Only a few things broke down here. All right. So let's get to those content creator packs because I think that they are really special. Oh, holy cow. A tornado. Oh, no. We're glitching out. So a tornado is going to hit. I don't know where it's going to hit because when I hit the thing, oh my goodness. All right. Well, we're just... We're going to try something. So Playa de Matero is a European suburbia. We're going to convert this to mid-century modern since it's probably going to be... Actually, let's just do it to Sterling Estates because I want to see what these look like. And we're just going to destroy this entire area. It doesn't matter. We're getting a 9.3 tornado to hit anyway. Everything's going to burn down. Oh, there's the rain. Minesweep is pedestrian free. We're only pedestrian free because we burnt them all down. Where is it coming? Oh, it's out to sea. Oh, it is not out to sea. It is coming. It is out to sea. We'll see where it goes. Gabriel, thank you so much. Or Gabriel, thank you so much. Hi, Phil Greens from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Thank you so much. You name our own Oscar Niemeyer. He was an international architect and a great human being. Sure, I can write that down on my list. Oscar Niemeyer. All right, I got that on my list. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate that. Hope everything is going well in Brazil. Mackinac wouldn't be French without the silent letters. You guys are gonna hear me really struggle with French names, which is ironic because there's so many of them in Wisconsin, but that doesn't mean I'm any good with them. Honestly, I look at most Wisconsin street names and I go, what is this? Like, I can't say that. Like, I'm going to a town and I'm gonna wait for a local to say the name so that I don't sound foolish. But here's the thing. Even in places that should be easy to pronounce, like Oregon, we're calling it Oregon instead of Oregon because we want to be weird. Let's see. Bryce Holt asks, will the next Clearwater County be next Saturday? The next Clearwater County will be after I get it working. So I'm going to try. There's a lot of mods. So I haven't even tried yet. I know it's going to be totally broken when I go in there. So it's going to take me a while. Truthfully, it's an opportunity. I've got to clean up the mod list. That's the number one complaint I get with Clearwater County is the mod list is absolutely just like crazy. The scary thing is there are so many people subscribed to it that if I change it, I'm changing people's subscriptions. So I'll probably just have to make a new one and give that out there. Yeah, Brandon says there are some weird Wisconsin city names. Yeah, I looked at an article about that at one point. It was like Wisconsin has the weirdest city names and gave some examples. We have a lot of them. Jackson, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. And you are taking your test right now, right? Leo, you're loving the music. Good. And one thing I'm sorry that now that I'm streaming from my Mac, I'm not able to display the song titles. I'm gonna figure that out, but we're giving it a shot. As a joke, you named the hotel after me. You never know. All right, we're gonna speed this up. This thing's not gonna impact us. That's unfortunate. Because if we're gonna have some crazy stuff happen, this is the right time. Batch says, "Thank you so much for the support. It's my son's birthday. He must have tornadoed you. He didn't do a good job. He should have got over here. What is he doing?" He could have taken his tornado and completely gone through here so we get to mid-century modern quicker. He had 400 likes. I don't even know how many there are. I see 1,000. We have 1,234 viewers right now. Holy cow. Thank you all for being here. If you just joined, we're just testing some things out. So if you see that this entire area is broken, no, I went through Sterling Estates and we just changed it to mid-century modern. So every single building is despawning through here. So it's definitely, we're doing some things. Batchies 2's a fun age. It's funny. I have a Google Home and on my TV, I'm seeing all the pictures coming up on my Chromecast rather. And I see pictures of my 2-year-olds come up and just like, holy cow. Time flies. Love the videos. Been so cozy watching them all. Thank you so much. What's up? My super chat earlier went without notice. July. That's the second time I've done that to you. I'm sorry. Where did that go? I'm looking back. It might have been when I was in the zone. July. We love Verde Beach in the firelight. Yeah, that's the best way to enjoy Verde Beach. And I'm sorry that I missed your super chat. I shouldn't do that twice in a row. Rest in peace, 15,000. Yes, and they're not spawning back either. Now it says we just need commercial. That's the solution to all of our problems. I'll bite. Let's get this thing moving. We'll add some commercial. We'll come through here, and I don't know why we would put commercial here, but why not? We'll just go for it. Just because I want to see these buildings. So just pop right on through here. And in the meantime, why don't we take a look at some of the special buildings that came in the parks. We finally have parking lots. They're interesting though. So what I find curious about this is if you look, it says carport 2 slot, and then it shows a picture of parking. And then we're going to put this here, and it's covered. It's interesting. But I'm glad that we have something. It's the first time. The one thing that I wish we would have gotten if we're going to get these is some sort of road to place them on. So that'll probably be something that I put together. Like if we're going to use the carports, like these are great, but we need a road to be able to, I guess maybe not. Maybe I'm getting too prescriptive. But it would be nice to be able to have a road that we could place these on. So we put a road without sidewalks, maybe a little bit narrower, maybe a 1-unit road, and connect up and place these on there. That'd be really helpful. Oh no, more commercial. You guys are getting commercials? I don't know how that's happening. Andrew, good evening from Milwaukee. Good evening from Madison. The timing is lost, July. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, don't worry. There's always a chance of more fire. All right. So we've got these parking lots. That's pretty cool. And I am appreciative of those. And look, we're starting to see some of our buildings spawn in. Interesting. It is all concrete. That is curious. I would not have guessed that. That would be the outcome. I wonder if that is my LUT settings or if that is just the way it is. I love these assets. I think that, you know, there are districts, huge districts within Madison where there's just a whole bunch of mid-century modern style buildings, really quirky stuff. And I love it. Such an iconic style. You see them all over the U.S., especially out west. Let's see. No demand for anything. Oh, no. You zoned more commercial. Yeah. Should I do even more commercial? I don't know that it's going to help. I feel like it's just mad at this point. We'll go wild. I'm not going to do it clean. It's fine. Right now we're just experimenting and I want to see some stuff zone in. So what might help, let's look at some of these other things. So we've got our little commercial district. Let's replace some of this. We're not going to respect the topography at all. We're just going to place these. So these are hotels. So right here, we've got the Hotel Oasis A, Hotel Oasis B. Jaden, thank you so much for the support. My husband loves you. Can you shout out Murray? Murray, huge shout out to you. Thank you. I'm guessing Murray Painter Williams or Murray Williams, Murray Painter. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you. So these assets remind me. So this is the Motel Palm Springs. That I believe that. I've spent some time in Palm Springs and this is what it looks like. This also reminds me of the Wisconsin Dells. So the Wisconsin Dells, if you aren't familiar, they're people from all over the world that come into work at the Dells in the summertime and they end up staying in places like this, working at water parks. You go there and it's a little slice of the whole world. People from every single corner of the world, every single country. It's absolutely awesome. And all the hotels look like this. It feels in some places like you're walking into the 1950s. It's pretty cool. And it's stuff like this where it's Oasis. That's awesome. Jackson, you don't want me to name a hotel right now. Because if I name a hotel right now, it's not getting saved. It really does look like the Dells. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's pretty wild. So I love that. That is awesome. We're gonna need to make a little Dells-inspired place in Clearwater County. Then we've got these diners. And diners are basically my favorite places in the world. So I'm excited that we finally have that. And I put 2 of them in. That was a mistake. But it's nice to know that you can place more than one. Because that's certainly a thing with the unique buildings. I meant to place the mothership. Wow, that is massive. That is huge. I like that. That is nice. The size. So let's see if there's... Do I have a place big enough for this? I don't think that I do. I have to just blast some stuff away. Yeah, let's just... Karen's not going to mind. She's long gone these days anyway. And this is... Wow, that is a huge building. The Rocket. I love that in these assets they're using the new trees. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Obviously, this is the type of asset that you're only going to use once, but still, like, just you could plan a whole area around this on the side of a highway with the diner and these motels. So I imagine. Let's see. Here's what I imagine. So a place like this over here, not this particular location. Well, maybe over here. You have a highway ramp right here, and you have this little motel, this little seedy motel, so you can come and head to bed and not go on the highway when you're too tired. State Fair Ketchner Skateboarding. Thank you so much for the super chat. Happy birthday to Tessa K in Waterloo, Wisconsin, I'm guessing, or Waterloo, Iowa. Happy birthday to Tessa K. Can we get Tessa some birthday emojis? The Brady Bunch. The best place in the Dells is Noah's Ark, hands down. I agree. That's where. So I went to Noah's Ark with my kids earlier this summer. That was we went there. We also went to this place that had food trucks on the inside. It's really cool. I can't think of what it's called now, but it's right next to Noah's Ark. You walk in and there are like 4 food trucks on the inside and some old cars that have been converted into seating. And there's a bar in the center. And on the outside, there's a huge Jenga on a table. Bags, there's a little everything. It's just a lot of fun. So we went there and Noah's Ark. It was absolutely awesome. There we go. I see some emojis now. Comrade July, thank you so much. Grant, Farms on Fire. Farms on Fire. Wow, we know there's only one thing we can do. We know what July said. This is how we enjoy Verde Beach at night. Get out your marshmallows and let's do it. Have I gone to the go-karts? I did not. I wanted to. I couldn't convince my family to go with me. Chris, you'll be at the Kalahari next month. That's awesome. So we stayed near, where was it? The Wilderness. We had a condo near the Wilderness. It was right on this little beach. This old 1950s style building, and it came with Noah's Ark passes. It was awesome. Is the game broken for other people here too? Probably if you have a lot of mods. Yeah, Myrtle Strikes or Batch, one of the two. Yeah, we've got some fires. It's okay though. So here's the funny thing. I know that things are broken for some people. My performance has gone through the roof with the new 81 tiles mod. So let's just pop this open. I'm getting 38 frames, which I know that's not perfect, but I zoom out and now in some cases I have been getting as high as 60. I've been running for a while now. I'm also recording this, so I have OBS going. So for me to right now get 48 frames a second in Verde Beach while there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, it's kind of wild. I'm really impressed. Banana Man is saying that the new mod compatibility report may solve issues now. So I'll have to check that out. So I guess what I've heard, and I think I saw Banana Man reply to a comment saying that basically it'll tell you what the replacements are for your broken mods. Jacob asks if I've ever been to Pensacola. I have not. I've actually never been to Florida. That said, I'm going to Florida next year, so it'll be my first time. My in-laws are having our family vacation somewhere in Florida. I want to say it's in the Panhandle. I don't know. And my wife is going to Florida in November, and it'll just be me and the girls. She's doing a whole tour though. She's flying into Miami, and then she's driving to the Everglades, and then she's going to Key West. It's her and her college roommates. It's like something that they like to do. Boy, we are just lighting this whole place on fire tonight. Maybe that's how we'll go out. We're gonna look at the Seaside Resorts DLC or content creator pack stuff, and then I'm just gonna crank the disaster just to see what happens. Hide It Bobby is broken at the moment right now. Really? That is unfortunate. That's one of my favorite ones. So that is exactly why What kind of American has never been to Florida? I feel like I've been to a lot of places, but not Florida. James asked if I will collab with RCE. I don't know. I mean, I don't rule anything out. I've spoken with, RCE. We've chatted on Discord a few times. I love chatting with other creators because we talk about, I guess there aren't many people who understand, or not understand, but like totally get like what it's like to be a creator, except for other creators. So like talking to them, it's kind of like talking with colleagues, So he and I have spoken, and I feel like he and I, we have similar but very different experiences. I mean, he's obviously had astronomical growth, and his approach to his channel's been different, but it's been interesting. Yes, Brad Fire. Is there another one? MK, thank you so much. Looking at this view, Palma del Fuego actually is looking like the geographic center of the city. Curious how that would affect land values. I don't think it would have much of an effect on land values because the transportation connections out there are so bad. So that's the thing, is this is pretty isolated, and it would take you long to get anywhere from here, except for downtown. So if you work downtown, I mean, there would be a certain subset of people who would love this. I could see this realistically becoming a place that ends up having lots of mansions and really well-off people, and that's why the land values would go through the roof. I mean, it is a gorgeous place, but if you needed to leave town, think about how long it would take you to leave from here, unless you have a helicopter. Truthfully, I probably should have a helicopter stop on the island. So, someday. Let's see. Just purchased for $29.99. What's all included in that purchase? I have no idea. There are so many different versions. I was actually looking at this. Someone made a comment about the Ultimate Collection. They're all different across different platforms, so it's hard to say. But almost everything's on sale right now. So I would highly recommend, if you're missing something, go and check it out. Turn the fire and disaster budget all the way down. When I turn disasters all the way up, we will do that. Let's go back to daytime, and I want to show you what's in the Seaside Resorts. So there have been multiple times, and if you're on the stream and you made it this long, or if you're watching a replay, we've been going now, let's see, we've been going for an hour and a half. And if you're still here or you're just joining, I'll tell you some plans. So as soon as I saw this new content creator pack, I couldn't help but think that this is where it should go. So we'll just place a road here. These are all unique buildings. So I think that this will be, again, kind of an acquired taste for some people. There are 30 of these, and they are absolutely stunning. So I think in my new series, there will be a purpose for the design. In this series, the design will be there to harken back to something that is, it's going to be kind of like skeuomorphism, like how, this building already exists. Where? Okay. We're representing something that used to exist that doesn't anymore. So that's what we're going to do here. And that's kind of the Disney World effect, where you get a place, they build a place that harkens back to a place that no longer exists, but everyone still has very fond feelings and memories about. Let's see. Robert McAllister, thank you so much for becoming associate planner. MK Pitt, thanks for all of the videos you make. Definitely one of the best YouTube channels I've seen. Thank you so much for the kind words. I don't feel that way, but I'm trying. I'm going to keep trying to get better. That's my one goal. That as a creator, if I'm not improving constantly, I need to stop, because that's why bother at that point. Okay, so now we've got through all of those ploppable buildings, and we've got a couple of seaside buildings. Cannot build on water already exists. Ooh, I'm getting some crazy lag. That's weird. Maybe that's because I'm on 3 times speed, just burning. Okay, and now we've got some more ploppables. So I'm just going to place all of these, and then we're going to check them out. And we're going to have to build one more segment of road. Okay, so let's check these out. And these have a very specific feeling. I think it is very New England. It is very Midwestern vacation town. It is very Victorian. It kind of feels San Francisco. I absolutely love these. These are all so beautiful. And I can't wait to design a whole area around these buildings. The only thing that I think is a bummer about it is that I don't really know what you do around these. So we're gonna place these buildings, and they're gonna be so visually striking. We almost have to cluster them together, otherwise they're gonna look odd next to a zone building. Like, can you imagine if we were to take these with the new wall-to-wall buildings? Like, just looks absolutely ridiculous. Yes, these are Cape Cod, Cameron, absolutely. So, what do you put around here? Like, if Art Deco was it a theme, you could say, all right, well, this is an Art Deco city, and we have some of these Cape Cod style buildings, but we don't have that. So we're gonna place these, and we're gonna get University City stuff. Bring it up next to this. I guess the one nice thing is this is going to, let's get these connected. We'll put the water pipes underneath the roads. That's where they belong. So we'll do that. And then we'll just go crazy. And then the height of realism. Everyone loves that. And then right here, the power line out to sea, because we never took a look at these. There we go. So these, we gotta get water here. So these are awesome. I think my favorite asset that came in all of these is this gigantic pier. This is the pier that I was imagining when I first built the Hamilton experience. Obviously with something like a Ferris wheel on here. But even without that, I'm kind of thankful that this didn't exist at that time, because I might have just put this down instead and been like, here's what we're thinking. And maybe put something like this down. Now, I don't think that there is room in Verde Beach proper to put these. They would feel out of place based on the things that we've built. But in a totally new little community off to the side, I think we could get away with it. It feels very Martha's Vineyard. Yes. It has a totally different vibe than anything else in Verde Beach. But they're so special. They're so beautiful. I mean, they feel so delicate and intricate. If you look at these, look at that detail. Every time I see something like this, I think, boy, I wish I knew how to make assets, because obviously this is some talent. Like, this is talent that, like, this is the kind of thing, like, if you wanted to go and work for a game company and design models, like, all the skills are here. And we're so lucky to have people who are willing to take their talents and put this out on the Steam Workshop for free, or have one of these content creator packs, because there's stuff like this in the Steam Workshop. But to have all of that talent, put it out there for us for free, like, it's one of the reasons why, like, if I see something that just really strikes me, just go and I donate, because they definitely need this support. Like, this game would not have been as fun for me this long without this sort of thing happening. So absolutely love it. This is stunningly beautiful too. This kind of reminds me of Blue Harbor. Obviously Blue Harbor in Sheboygan is not like this, but the architecture is kind of cool, similar to it. It's very vacation resorty. I love it. I absolutely love it. So we are going to absolutely do something with these assets over here. It is kind of, and I said in Verde Beach is going to use every single asset, and now here we are getting more. So, but yes, 4th star. They are so pretty, absolutely stunning. So we're gonna have to work these in. They're all unique buildings. We can only place them once. I'm gonna have to give a lot of thought to how we do this. So in the new series, I don't have any assets. That's the one limitation that I'm forcing on myself. No assets. And I do have ploppable Rico, because I want to be able to get really, in an area where we have all these buildings, we need to be very specific about the kinds of vanilla assets that we're using. In Verde Beach, we don't have that opportunity, so it means I need to get creative with the growables, and we're going to get there. It's going to be fun. Frozen P, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. And yes, the modders absolutely kept people playing. The Sims. I think that modders honestly keep people playing lots of games. Put them on farms. Oh, that's an interesting idea. That is a very interesting idea. Some of these, though, look like apartments, but I think they're all, if we click on them, they're all tourism. Yeah, Hotel Colonial. These are all hotels. So I almost think we need to have a theme park. We could have these. We haven't used, there's a whole number of items that I've just been steering clear of. Luxury hotel, casino. And this is where we're going to have to place lots of these over here. Make a really special place. We got to make Maggie proud. And obviously this is not making Maggie proud. Here we go. Here we go. Here's what we got. Cities by Diana, thank you so much for the support. I'm so sad I'm in Cleveland for work and can't play it yet. Love the new buildings. How's it working with your modded builds? It is. I haven't even tried. Diana, I'm just so afraid. I'm afraid to open up Clearwater County. So, this is a modded build, technically, I suppose. If we take a look, we can see that I have all of these mods in here and there just fine. This is the new 81 tiles. I do feel a little bit attacked, if I'm being honest with you. Enable water, sewage, heating transmission without pipes. That is not okay. So we are not ever using that unless, of course, I run out of nodes. Beds and breakfasts, old docks, etc. Yes. Cities by Diana. Yeah, your city is going to be just like Clearwater County in terms of difficulty and getting running again. So over the weekend, I guess don't be surprised if Clearwater County is not back for a couple of weeks, because I want it running properly. I don't want to have any surprises. Maggie coming back from the dead. Pipes take up nodes. Yeah. And so that's a good point. I think I have, show more limits. Control L. That's right. I think we're fine on nodes. I guess maybe we're not fine. So you know what? I'll probably be getting rid of those water pipes pretty soon. William Rhodes, I'm not able to play with the new DLC and a few others. Oh yeah, there's definitely lots of issues right now. Jacob, I love that I've never played this game. Just love to watch Phil and Biffa. Jacob, I appreciate that. It's amazing to me how many times I've seen people say that, and it's kind of funny. I'm not sure that there are many other games. Actually, I take that back. I have watched some shooters that I used to play shooters. I used to love shooters. I just don't anymore. I don't know if that's just like an old age thing. Like, got in my 30s and I was just like, I'm just done with them. So I don't know what it was. I used to play a lot of sports games too. I still play NBA 2K, but that's about it. Like I don't play Madden anymore. Yeah. Verde Beach is getting pretty full. Any thoughts on the end of this map? Yeah. So I could talk a little bit about that. I'll bite. So there's some things I want to do here. There are some obvious places where development would occur that I think before we finish up here, we've got to get to those areas. This in particular is an area that I have not gotten to, but I think a nice couple of subdivisions here with a park opening up here to these ruins of this castle. That's something I'm definitely interested in. I thought about, if we look at our contours here, there's still some space up here that we could develop further going back. I don't know that we're actually going to get there. The biggest build is going to be right here. And this is going to be, this is that tourism destination that Maggie always envisioned having. So this is the most, we can't end Verde Beach without finishing this and making it really spectacular. To me, this is going to be the crowning achievement of Verde Beach. And then the other thing that I've seen in the comments a lot is there's a desire to see either with these islands here or these islands here, some sort of park. And I saw someone at one point called it like Turtle Island Park or something of that nature. And we've obviously got this big park to develop here. And we could even go out and have some sort of park out here by the volcano. So there are things like that I want to get to. And then there are other things that might not be quite so obvious. Obviously, the next build is likely going to be right here. Maybe. But I also want to go through and refresh the zoo and Burning Palms. And the new content creator, the new DLC means that I could really be opening up some other things too. I mean, the university is not functioning. It's broken, but there are things that we could do here too with the new DLC. I still, even though this isn't working right, I've got some ideas on how to make it better with the new DLC. So it's not just building new. And maybe this is, let's see, Jacob says Call of Duty. Yeah. I got Call of Duty in my Steam library. I don't play it. There are things that can happen here still, and things that I still want to accomplish. Yeah, we don't have the aviation club yet. That's another one. So there are still things, and I've said I was going to get every asset in here. There are things that I have not attempted to do yet, and I think I should have done it earlier. A big one of those is that I probably should have had some sort of canal in the city earlier, and I need to do that soon. So let's see. Where do you find the police and fire and train stations for Seaside Resorts? Are there? I didn't realize that there were. Let's look. I don't see any. Unless, oh, wait. Oh, thank you. I did not realize it. Okay. Well, let's get back to, I'm lost now. Oh, there we are. All right. So we've got some city service buildings. So here's the fire department. See what else we have. Medical laboratory, general hospital. So nothing under healthcare. And under here. So let's see. Slatinum, how do you get better at managing traffic? I've watched countless videos by you and Biffa, and I always fail. Could you help me? I love the videos, by the way. The biggest thing with traffic, it's not, in my opinion, it's not lane mathematics. It's not anything besides connectivity. A lot of times when I see a problem with traffic in a city, it is that all of the traffic is being funneled into one location. And it's like that in reality too. You'll see like Los Angeles. Why does Los Angeles have crazy traffic in between the Valley and West LA? It's because all the traffic is funneling onto the 405. It's very predictable. If you have traffic funneling into one location and that's the only route, or it's the most convenient route and there's only two routes, that one route is going to be terrible. So in the game, it's the same thing. So you'll see that the reason I can get away, everyone's sad. I'm sad too, because I miss these. It's like that in the game too. If you funnel too much, you're gonna have bad traffic. So these are absolutely beautiful. I can't tell what they are though, so that's interesting. So this right here is the police station, the historic police station. It doesn't say it anywhere. That is curious. And then this is the firehouse. And those are working. So we get 4 fire engines there. And it looks like we get 7 police cars and 16 holding cells. So I like it. It kind of looks like a city hall, in my opinion. So if you were making a small town, I could see coming through here and being like, old city hall. That's how I'm going to use that. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like a combined city hall and police station. That's really neat. I like that. Yeah, Cameron, these are great. These are great. These are absolutely great. So yeah, connectivity is the best. Like Diana said. And you'll notice that over here, let's go look at our mid-century modern stuff. Oh wow, just not spawning in very quickly. Even in the worst neighborhood in Verde Beach, I've tried to ensure that there are many ways to get out of everywhere. Now, the reason why this neighborhood is bad is if you are forced to drive a car basically because of how the roadway network is laid out. obviously we have lots of transit, and the Sims in the game are willing to do crazy things with transit. But in reality, everyone here is going to drive, and you've probably got 1 or 2 routes to get out. So there would be traffic jams in the peak period. So when everyone's going to work or coming home, that would be absolutely horrendous. And that is neighborhood design. Things like this little path here is great if you're a pedestrian. It doesn't actually lead you anywhere. So it helps you get to your friend's house, I guess, or go for a walk around the neighborhood. So there is a value in having it, but that lack of connectivity means that you're funneling everyone here and you're funneling everyone here. And if you're coming here, you're exiting either here or here. And everyone's going to this road. And to leave the neighborhood, you have this option here, this option here, and this option here. That is all you have. And that is why suburban design has problems sometimes. I guess here too. But they both funnel to the same spot. So it's all funneling. Funneling is problematic. Let's see. I could turn some of those less desirable land in Verde Beach into a prison complex of some kind. So I think that for a prison, I've got an idea. I think maybe it's a bad peanut asset. I actually want to use, and I want to do something big with a prison in Clearwater County. So probably won't do anything too big here, but I have to work a prison in at some point. Lee says traffic is land use too. Yes, absolutely. So yes, so Lee, it nails it there. So I lived in the San Fernando Valley. I lived in Encino, and I had to drive to Beverly Hills. I couldn't live in Beverly Hills. There were all offices there and mansions. And then all the apartments were in the valley. I moved to West LA at one point, and there's just a sea of apartments there too. So you're driving to different places. Planner Duck, 5 more memberships. Thank you so much. So generous. So generous. That is so awesome of you. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there they are. Thank you so much. Yeah, so when the land uses don't line up with, when they are ineffectively placed, you end up with traffic. When people can't live next to where they work, either due to affordability or the lack of appropriate zoning, you end up he's at home. Planner Duck, you are generous. You are generous. And the red one, red membership. You've been a member for a long time. And can we let's see if we have a duck emoji. Can we give? We do. I want everyone to drop this in the chat. We get some duck emojis for Planner Duck. Maybe duck and clapping. Duck and clap. Here we go. Duck clap. And I'm screwing up. There we go. Let's give it to Planner Duck. Just the real MVP of the channel, in my opinion. Just what a guy. And welcome home. I'm glad that you were able to get home. It is quite late. I'm wondering, you must have had a night meeting or just a lot going on. I know things are just wild. At my office, things are just crushing right now. We're approaching silly season. The election's coming up, and things need to happen. Wow, look at all those ducks. I love it. I love it. Duck, 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 duck. There we go. Oh, I'm glad it's not goose. I see duck, 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 goose. Geese are aggressive. Ducks are friendly. So there we go. So let's take a look at some of these mid-century modern buildings and look at they're awesome. So I could see making whole neighborhoods. So this allows us again to start to tell stories and show progression in time in a way that we haven't been able to before. I don't know with all of these building styles how often I'll use it. Like how I just used it is totally inappropriate in my opinion. But I could see whole large neighborhoods developed with this. I'm going to struggle to put this into Verde Beach because I think that this neighborhood should have been probably this neighborhood probably should have been like right here, somewhere closer to downtown, where it would have happened sooner, because Verde Beach developed relatively quickly and then kind of slowed down for a while. And I could see there being some single family developed in a mid-century modern style. The tough thing is Verde Beach is established in 2020. Well, that's not reasonable, but Lee, LA is tough. LA is tough because the city being split apart by mountains, roads and passes and canyons since our serious choke points need subways. Look at subways. Get the subway to the sea. The last thing that I voted for before leaving LA was the subway to the sea. I was super excited to vote for that. And they're finally getting trains all over the place. So, but yeah, that's the biggest problem in LA. LA is the geography is just really a challenge. And for the longest time, you couldn't build up there because of the earthquakes. So now the buildings are on springs and rockers and lots of crazy things. And I was in Woodland Hills during an earthquake, and the office I was in, it was in an office park. The building it felt like it was rolling. It felt like I was on a boat. I don't even know how to describe it, but I was working IT at the time, and it was just absolutely surreal experience. And I had that motion sickness feeling you get on a boat sometimes. It's pretty nice. So thank you, Kyle. I hope that the new microphone's helping. I upgraded the microphone, and that has been, so now it's an XLR, and I've got a Shure MV7. The reason I went with the MV7 and not the Shure one that everyone goes for is this is USB as well. So I'm able to record on two different computers at once. I just have a Wave XLR, so it's only one computer out. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just doing what I can. B. Squigglehausen's in here. Seismic activity retrofits jobs in California are fascinating. Seismic safety, yeah, they're absolutely fascinating. The one thing I would like to know more about, and this might be something that Diana knows more about, there is that, this is not related, but kind of, that sinking, is it the Millennium Tower that's sinking in San Francisco? I am very curious to see how they're going to fix that and what they're going to do. And I've wondered, like, with all the seismic activity in California, what exactly, it was, so when I was in Woodland Hills, it was, I want to say it might have been a 4.5, maybe a 5. It was a good one. But what happens? What happens if, I love Shure, but use Shure 55. Oh, I'll have to check it out. What happens in San Francisco with that building that's sinking if there's an earthquake? Diana says they're still stumped. That is terrifying. Like, I think it's terrifying for everyone around there, and it's terrifying for, honestly, it's terrifying for anyone who's bought property and they're living. Are people still living in there, or is that like not a thing anymore? So we're popping into here because we're gonna have some fun. We've taken a look at everything, and now we're just going to see what happens. We're just gonna have some fun. So let's take our fire and our police. We're gonna turn this into the Wild West, and everyone's gonna stop going to college. We're not gonna enjoy our parks. Actually, no, we're gonna have lots of fun in our parks, and our unique buildings are gonna be super valuable. Sap Pizza, 2 months. Don't forget the new content creator pack, library and train station. Ooh, all right. I didn't realize that there were. All right, so let's check it out. I guess I didn't show the schools either. Ooh, that is. Oh, let's take it. So there are a lot of things. This is kind of weird to me. I like it. Oh, that. This is the first reasonably sized library that we've had in the game. That is a game changer. I'm just gonna drop these all over the place. I don't really care that they don't look like they don't fit in. To me, yeah, that looks ridiculous. But it's an appropriate size. Look at this. I actually put it right next to a library. So look at this. The historic library versus the public library, which is just massive. This is ridiculous. The library is bigger than a high school. It's just crazy. So this is awesome. Matt, your first earthquake was weirdly in Puerto Rico. Is there a lot of seismic activity in Puerto Rico? That's a place I want to get to. I have not been to Puerto Rico. I'm so pleasantly surprised at the Seaside Resorts. Yes. Yes, I think that these are just stunning. Just absolutely beautiful. And the level of detail in each of these models is amazing. I'm glad that we can reuse this one. So that's the one thing, is all of these are unique buildings to get the place one. I get it. I get it. There's a historic train station too. Let's check that out. So, is that, oh, it's gonna be over here. That's why I missed them. Ooh. Oh, that is awesome. Holy cow, that is beautiful. Oh man, that is so cool. So this looks like some of the train stations in some of the suburbs in Chicago, truthfully. Because they like they have that vibe going. Christian, thank you so much for becoming an associate planner. I really appreciate that. Yeah, wow. Though that is absolutely awesome. I love that. I'm gonna use that all over the place. And yeah, it's single track, so we'll have to do something with passing, but that's fine. That is beautiful. So I'm curious. I can't really test it with it in this location. I'm guessing that I can add a pedestrian path to the other side. And oh, earthquake. And it begins. ID, thank you so much for being an associate planner for 3 months. Wondering why there are no expansions of boats. I don't know. I don't know. Did boats come as, oh, whoa, where is this one? Oh, it's out here. Whoa, we are going to have a tsunami. We're going to have a tsunami. I believe it's from North Carolina, but it's perfect for so much of American stuff. Perfect Americana feel. I completely agree. That train station is why you bought the content creator pack, DL. That makes sense to me. It is absolutely awesome. Jimico, thank you so much for being here. Have a good night. I hope that you've enjoyed the stream, and I've really appreciate that you're here with us. Tsunami warming. Yes, it's coming. So the real question now, will all of the new content creator pack items last through the tsunami, or does everyone get taken out? Are the content creator packs worth buying? That is a really tough question. I personally, and you can take this for what it is, I like the content creator packs probably more than the DLCs this time around, more than the DLC. I think that they're very straightforward. I love to see people who are already creating in the workshop have the opportunity to get rewarded with a content creator pack. These are people's passion projects, and it's so easy to tell. You know, B. Squigglehausen. When B. Squigglehausen was putting together the vehicles, obviously, just like clearly so much passion and effort went into those models, and I agree. Vehicles is definitely worth buying. That is, I would say, and this is not just because B. Squigglehausen is here, but I think it's probably the most valuable one, especially for someone on council who can't pull in those vehicles. Probably the most valuable one, like hands down. I think the DST looks great, but I was definitely more excited for the content creator packs. Yeah, Diana, that's how I feel. Yeah. So this looks like it's gonna be pretty tame by the time it gets to the shore. I'm disappointed. I thought we were gonna have something better. Yes, Arizona Blue. Yeah, at this point we are just cranking disasters and seeing what happens. M-Dog personally buys everything they put out for the game. Yes. But yeah, this train station, something else. Absolutely. I'm going to use this everywhere. Now, here's the question I have. If I move this, what if I place a couple of these? So the new train stations that came with the DLC change colors. Is this? I'm just going to place like 3 of them. Oh, look at that. They change colors. That is awesome. That makes it feel like a special place. You know what? We're already here. And we're already at the height of realism tonight. So let's just do it. We are going to hop on through here. Oh, too close. But yeah, the color changing like that. that's just a little detail that you just, wow, that is awesome. So I want to say that I heard that there were color variations for all of the mid-century modern buildings as well. And that means that the number of variations for those buildings is just kind of through the roof. It's really, really neat. Ian, first time tuning into a live stream. Thank you. Love the videos and the live stream recaps. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So yeah. Now, I wonder how many people are going to be playing whack-a-mole with these so they get their favorite color train station. Because that's the one thing with the parks and plazas, or plazas and promenades. That's going to be the end of me saying that DLC. So when you place that, there's a couple of assets in here in particular that the textures change. And of course, oh no, we got one. All right. So like this, I can already tell, like I'm going to end up placing multiple of these to get two that are on either side of a road that are the same color. And I just wonder how many people are going to do that with these as well. Because I could see myself going, I really want the green one. That's the color. That's the vibe I'm going for here. Or the brown one feels like, so this, to me, if you were building a national park and you were going to have a train station outside of the national park entryway, this feels like the absolute perfect train station to have right there. It's just a good fit. How many colors are there? I don't know. We could place a few more and see what we get. I just want to know this too. Do we... I'm probably not going to be able to... Oh, no. Oh, it is acting like this is a connection, so that should work. That is neat. My good friend Bob is going to help me. Bob... yeah, you're going to be able to... You have to paint these. All right, let's see what else we can do. We'll pop on through, and thank you for the heads up about these. I did not realize. That's how you can tell that I have not watched very many of the videos just yet. I have been very busy lately, like just in my personal life and on YouTube. So it's been I have not had as much time to watch videos, which has been sad for me because that's kind of a nice way to get the pulse of the community. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're a little bit late. We've been going for a while, but this will be on replay, so it's okay. Control R to change the colors. How do you do it? Does that work? I'm guessing that's a mod. Yeah, Control R for me brings up a mod, dynamic resolution. So yeah, that must be a mod thing. So yeah, it looks. I'm kind of spawning the same colors. I see a green, a brown, a yellow. So there's probably 4 variations. Oh, interesting. Maybe it's just the angle. Yeah, it's just a shadow. I thought it changed colors in the back, but it doesn't. So yeah, 1, 2, 3 colors. Is that different? I don't know, maybe 4. So yeah, multiple colors. It's still very neat. I'm guessing it's the same story with the library. Let's give that a shot. We'll take a couple of libraries and place those. Everyone gets a library. No, the library is the same color. That's okay though. That's okay. And I'm guessing if that's the case, I'm guessing that the police station, fire department are the exact same deal, but we'll check it out. Doesn't hurt to check. Ooh, look at that. The fire department get multiple colors. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of whack-a-mole in a vanilla game. In a modded game, you're definitely going to use any number of mods to change it. It looks like we've got 2 colors here. We got this nice dark blue. Feels very maritime themed. And then we've got this brown. Just beautiful. I love this. It's so nice. Let's see in the chat. On weekends, so there's a lot of talk about Bart. Yeah, Bart's great and bad. First time catching a stream, says Nick Work. Love the brown train station. Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just had a tsunami and it didn't do anything. It was pretty mild. Sinkhole of 1.8. So it's just we're gonna stick around for a couple more disasters and admire these buildings. I don't know where the sinkhole is gonna appear. Hopefully somewhere over here, because we've made this neighborhood very special. Truthfully though, this feels pretty darn awesome here. So we are, apparently this is the hot spots. We had our tornado over here. We have a sinkhole. We had an earthquake. If we were to look underground now in this location, there it is. That is tiny. Our earthquake scar though, that's pretty significant. Yes, Nibbler, there is a library. We actually have 4 of them because we want this to be a really special place. The library changes colors. We found at least 2. There's probably more. Oh, actually, wait, sorry. The library, it does change colors. So I lied. I said it didn't change colors. So green, and gray. There's probably more. So it looks like all of these have variations. So I don't know. I guess the other question would be, do these have variations? So if we take this, I'm guessing not. It's a unique building, so it probably has the one asset. There it is. It is this tan color. We'll just get rid of it, place it again. Still tan. So what I'm curious about is when you look at it here, it is white. Oh, okay. It is red. So here, this is interesting. So now, all of these, oh boy. So you can play whack-a-mole with each of these. You'll get a different color every time. That is awesome. So I like this because you could say something like, when I went to Santorini, all the buildings were white. You could say that in my Seaside Resort, if you have, one of the recolor mods, you could say that in my town, all of the historic buildings are white. Very cool. Have I ever built a Vegas-like casino strip? I have not, but I'm definitely interested in doing that. I'm interested in a desert built generally. I think that that's always been a place that I've resonated with. Denver is the desert. Los Angeles is the desert. If I would say there was a time where I was considering moving to Phoenix. It seems like a very interesting place. One of my favorite places to visit. I've gone to Coachella, the Salton Sea was a real weird place to go. But I love that vibe in the desert. The one in Malibu. I think I missed something. Maybe that wasn't directed at me. Phil, this looks like the assets use a color changing map in the asset, which means that you could use the recolor mod. Ooh, neat. Yes. Gonna run out of funds. Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's probably because of all of the terrible things that we've done to the city. Have I been to Lollapalooza? I've been to Lollapalooza. I have. I've been to Lollapalooza. I've been to Bonnaroo. Back in the day, I used to love music festivals. Let's see. Stephen Phillips. I still don't like Philip. What is my genuine opinion? Do you think it's worth the money as a DLC? I do. I do think that maybe the amount of... I think you need to temper your expectations for certain things right now. Right now, I wanted to come through here and pedestrianize half of this. It's just not going to work cleanly. It'll work, but it's going to be finicky. Yeah, Denver is the desert. If you look at the amount of water it gets, it is high desert, but it is desert. And then here, this is the part that's disappointing to me. I realized it as soon as I started building. So originally, the tutorial video, I was not going to build near Yumble U. I was going to build it in this neighborhood just outside of downtown on the other side. And then I realized that there's so much synergy between those two uses that you really should extend a pedestrian district through there. That would make the most sense. It's, to me, kind of a no-brainer. And I don't know that we have as many of those kind of no-brainer areas in Verde Beach. I think that what we probably have are locations where a transit mall might make some sense, or where we take and pedestrianize an area around here. We just take it and kind of wholesale convert this. There's streets within here, not the whole area, but, make a street that harkens back to a pedestrian time. So with the DLC, if you're going to use it in that way, where you're understanding that your pedestrian environment is probably going to be limited to things like blocks or small parts of districts, then you're probably fine. If you are looking to be able to work these assets in everywhere, like, you're just not going to be able to do that. So, through here, if I come through and think I'm just going to add a pedestrian street and everything's going to be fine, you got to add the districts and go through the whole process there. So I think it's worth the money. I do think that you're going to need to understand what the DLC is and the limitations that it has. So, and then the content creator packs, again, I'll say it, I think they're all worthwhile. Some of them have limitations. I think that the more recent ones have had fewer. The first ones, I think it was a real missed opportunities on Art Deco, for instance, and not have a theme, and instead just have the buildings randomly spawn in. Same thing with University City, like that. The University City one is probably the one that bothers me out of all of them. Not because I think the assets are bad, but because I don't want bookstores next to bookstores next to bookstores just spawning up randomly through the city. And the newer DLCs give you more, or the newer content creator packs give you the ability to control things more. So, yeah. Let's see. Really missing your Urbex City Builder videos. I enjoyed Urbex. The first video, people seemed to really enjoy. The second one, people didn't seem to enjoy so much, which to me is kind of a data point. Like, do I make stuff that I enjoy, or do I play things on my own, or do I, I'm still navigating those waters. So that's why I didn't make another one. I let you guys dictate what I should be doing with my content. Yeah, bookstore. With another bookstore next to it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And the bigger problem with that particular content creator pack is the housing. Like, it is university looking housing. I just really want to be able to put that in a district so you get that university feel. Like, in the town I went to undergrad in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. It's a small town. It is your quintessential university town, where there were a bunch of mansions where professors lived outside of the university, and then they ended up becoming college housing, where you get 5 guys in a house, with, living in squalor. That was what we did. And those assets are in here, and they randomly spring up as level 1 buildings. And I don't love that. Brah, it's 4 a.m. Brah, it's 11:44 for me. I probably should to bed soon. Art Deco is like 5 buildings. Yeah, that's the other thing about it. It's very limited in the number of buildings. You can't concentrate. We're getting round 2. July. Just for you. Hello from Poland. So it didn't all burn down the first time around. So we're going to make sure on the second time nobody survives. And I think we're going to enjoy some flames on the way out. And I'm going to go to the chat now. And I'll just respond to some comments in there on the way out the door, because I think that we're going to end it soon. Urbex looks like an advanced SimCity to me, says Stanley Phillips. It is way more complicated than that. It is like a puzzle city builder, and it's really refreshing. The gameplay is really, really special. I would recommend you should check it out. Banana Man says, Phil, it's only 11:45. You've been up later. That's true. I found that I've been staying up too late, so I'm trying to temper myself. I actually went to bed last night. So the reason I could have hopped in Discord. I went to bed at 9:45 last night, and I can't remember the last time I went to bed that early. And I woke up and I felt absolutely wonderful. I feel the best today that I have felt in a long time. So I need a little more self-care with regards to sleep. So I'm probably gonna get better about that. Yes, we're truly in Verde Beach. We are. This feels like Verde Beach. My favorite thing is, are we getting some deployment out of our new fire department? Yes. I turned the budget down. It was supposed to have 40. Now they have 7 out of 10 deployed. What about the other 3? what chief is just like, you know what? Yeah, I understand. The building across the street's on fire. We're good. 7's good enough. We'll leave the other 3 in there just in case things get real wild. Yeah, I don't understand that. Bill keeps reading 11. Am I reading 11? I meant 10. Yeah, we are having a fire. Surprisingly, it looks like the toned down fire budget is holding up just fine. They managed to save most of the World's Fair site, which I think we need to give a hand to the Verde Beach Fire Department. Even when we cut their budget by 50%, they are still able to put out a fire. It's pretty impressive. Chicago fire moment. It's a s'more moment for sure. Batch says she bought 500 fireman calendars and they promised to let Verde Beach burn. You know, I need to create some merch for the Verde Beach Fire Department where it's just pictures of Philip in a fire hat. Philip, what is your best DLC in my opinion? The best DLC is Parks. There's just like it's so versatile. I could make Parks all day. So that is the one. Closely I am frozen. I am frozen. There's nothing that tells you that your game is done like just freezing. I ran out of money and the game froze. So I think City Skylines has told me that we are done. So I might hop into Discord for just a little while. So I really appreciate you all coming here with me tonight. We had a great night. Over 1,000 of us still here right now. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a great time. I hope that you enjoyed checking out everything in the new DLCs. Look out for new videos, new series starting Saturday. Very excited about that. I got to get the list updated. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a really small area. It's not paused. You know, it is done. It is done. So there we go. So thank you so much for joining me. If you like this, please hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed, please consider doing so. I cannot wait to see you in Discord. Take care. Bye-bye. When's my next stream? I don't know. We'll talk about it in Discord. Take care. Bye-bye.